a lot of excitement. We've been waiting for Giulia for quite some time. She finally arrived last week, and now we can look forward to seeing her actually competing in the ring. So we do have the preview. We'll get to the preview. Then, of course, we're going to jump into your thoughts, and we can go through those little bits and bobs. But let's do the preview first. So, I still haven't heard what's happened with the Rascals, but we've got the Street Profits replacing them. So it's going to be Street Profits taking on Nathan Frazer and Axiom for the NXT tag titles. Now, this probably means that they're not going to be winning because, obviously, they were not scheduled to be in action. So I can't imagine all of a sudden now we're going to put the tag titles on them. So, Street Profits against Nathan Frazer and Axiom. We've got that, but it's a little predictable, I would say. Then we've got Oba Femi taking on a mystery partner. And I don't know much about this mystery partner, but what I do know is they had a great series with Josh Alexander. So, very much looking forward to seeing whoever that is going to be. Then we've got Giulia making her in-ring debut against Chelsea Green, which is the match I think we're all pumped for. Then we've got Trick Williams taking on Pete Dunne in a high-stakes last man standing match. That should be fun. Jordynne Grace is going to have an open challenge. She's going to defend her TNA Knockouts Championship. And then we've also got Charlie Dempsey defending his Heritage Cup against Javon Evans. So much going on. So many talking points. So much for us to get our teeth into. But I want to jump into the chats. David with some breaking news says that US Soccer have announced that they have finally signed Pochettino as the US men's national team coach. That is latest NXT news that is coming through there by David. David, Paul, shout out to you. John said, Daze, do you think Alexa Bliss will J? I think so. I do think so, John. I've thought she will J for quite a while, actually. But it's up in the air, isn't it? We've got to wait to see if we're going to be getting those vignettes to see if she's going to J or not. But I think she J's. Will she J? In fact, we can do a poll on that. We'll do a quick poll. Will Alexa Bliss J? Will Alexa Bliss J? Let's just go back on that and that. And we'll just see. We'll see what the community thinks on that. We'll run that for a few minutes. So, John, shout out to you, my friends. Christopher said, Daze, there's a rumor that a TNA star is going to appear tonight. Christopher, I don't like to deal with spoilers, but I am going to deliver a spoiler right now. So if you don't want to hear this, step away for a second. But there will be a TNA star tonight because we have Jordynne Grace. She is going to be issuing an open challenge, and she will be defending her TNA Women's Championship. So, hopefully, if those people did just step away, they can come back now. But yeah, that is interesting news. So, keep that to yourself, my friend. Keep that to yourself. I think the TNA star tonight is a member of the System, says Kim's Trains. I don't know who that is, to be honest. We've got, what's going on here? We've got a little bit of something happening. If we whoosh, raw graphics, go away. There we go. And we want this. Lovely. So, what's this? Chelsea, NXT crowd is going to stink tonight. We're out in the rain. So, oh my God, look at the weather in Florida, man. Look at the weather. Look at this. Hammering it down. Hammering it. Is this what they do? They get there early and they get their chairs out and they all like meet up. Wait, because I think this is Full Sail, and they meet up and they park at Full Sail where NXT used to be. And then the bus picks them up. Why have you included that picture? Here's the floor, in case you wanted to see. Chelsea, just so you know, it's rain. I mean, this gets across that it's raining pretty good, to be honest. Look at this. I mean, you can see it bouncing off the floor. But then they've gone, here's the floor. I don't know why, in my head, that's how they sound. So, there we go. And Chelsea is like, ugh. So, wrestling biggest fan. Thank you, my friend. Shout out to you. Kian said, Daze, I hope you are well, and I hope you're having a brilliant stream. Dude, it is so good. People are saying it might be the best stream we've ever done. I finished watching the 2 Unseens. I thought it was great. I can't wait for Giulia tonight. Yeah, bonus unseen. Dropped it like it was hot. And appreciate the support, dude. Yeah, so because there was so much happening during Raw, I was able to kind of have the folders pretty much ready by the time we ended the show. And so I just went straight into it. I knew it was going to be a big unseen, and it ended up going like 37 minutes. Normally, I'm not ready until an hour after Raw is finished. So that meant that all the little bits that kind of come out the hour after, I scooped them up and I put them into like a bonus episode, and I got 16 minutes out of that. So that's why we ended up with 2. Had I have put it all into one, I think the first episode would have been like 50 minutes long, and it would have been an hour later. Instead, it ended up coming out at 37 minutes long, which was still too long. And we also then got a second episode. So I don't know if that's a better way forward. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to flood the channel with unseens, but I don't know. It was kind of interesting, like having so much to talk about. Sometimes we've had like 19 minutes and that's it. Here, you know, we could have just kept going. So, but it's completely emptied all the folders. I mean, there's just nothing left right now. So I am not going to be ready for straight after NXT. I'm going to have to go through my like notifications and everything and get them all built back up again. But yeah, a little bit of a bonus episode today. Not something we'll look to do permanently, I don't think. But well, you know, yeah, I thought it was fun. Russell hello. James, hello. Why say, hope you're having a brilliant stream when we're only 5 minutes in, because you just never know how those 5 minutes have gone, do you, really? It could have been a disaster. Could have been an absolute disaster. And actually, on this channel, there's a good chance of that going that way, to be honest. But so far, so good. Bill Goldberg still kills me, said yeah, what a line that was, man. Brilliant line. I actually did something different last night as well, and that was I uploaded the stuff that I put on TikTok and Twitter, you know, those like little short reaction things. I started to see if I could put them onto YouTube. I'm nervous with them because they've got obviously like WWE content in them. So that makes me a bit nervous, but there's so much WWE content on YouTube that it's like, that's not on the WWE channel. I was like, surely this, even if it's like not monetized, like surely it should be allowed. And it went up, and it's like, it is blocked in India, Bangladesh. There's like 7 countries it gets blocked in. India, Bangladesh, some other country. I don't know why. But if it's got content in it, it always seems to get blocked in 7 countries. They must have different rules. So it got blocked in those. But other than that, it was okay. So I'm going to look to see if I can use that Clips channel to kind of put up the stuff. Because I still don't want to put it on this channel. I still don't want to run the risk. But I'll put it on the Clips channel. If something happens to the Clips channel, who gives a flip? Do you know what I mean? Who cares? So I'll run the risk on that channel. So yeah, we're kind of doing that with the Clips channel. Obviously, we got the opinion video up for last night's Raw on the other channel. I've already got opinion feedback for tonight's. I did that the other day. We're in a good place, actually. Things going all right at the moment. So pretty big yesterday, but the rating came in, and the rating was not good. The rating came in yesterday, and it was like 1.4 something. So pretty disappointing, to be honest. In fact, what we can do is we whoosh over. We can just have a look at the headlines. So we've got, obviously, the big news right now is we're about to watch the in-ring debut in NXT of Giulia. It says that we've got Raw ratings hit by the return of Monday Night Football. If we just click on that, 1.43 is what it came out at. 1.43. So it is the lowest Raw has done since going against the NFL playoffs in January. So, yeah, down, to be honest. A bit of a struggle yesterday, unfortunately. But we knew it was going to be. I think I was talking to Big Time, and I said 1.5 for Raw, 1.7 for SmackDown was my guesstimate. So 1.43 is below what I thought. But Monday Night Football, it's always going to have an effect. Tag Team Casino Gauntlet match set for Dynamite. WWE files a new trademark for Saturday night's main event. Let's go. Natalya calls Raw in Calgary a full circle moment. Batista says he could never do a WWE retirement tour like John Cena. WWE Raw will be 3 hours on Netflix. That was in Unseen, the second one. So we've already covered that. But, so, tick. So, yeah, that's the headlines. Not loads, actually. Not loads. I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to scrape together enough for an Unseen tonight. But, yeah, I mean, we did 2 monster ones yesterday. So I feel like we've really boxed a lot of stuff off. Right. Daze, you are lagging. Oh, we're lagging, are we? Are we? It doesn't say any drop frames, buds. Doesn't say any drop frames. I could believe that it was lagging. Right. Will Alexa show her vajayjay? That might be the question, actually. Should we see what the results have come back as? Let's end this poll. So we've had 120 votes. We said it was going to be short. Will Alexa bliss Jay? And the answer is yes, 69%. 69% that she is definitely going to Jay. Right, I laugh so much at people making a big deal of Raw going 2 hours for a few months, says James. Jim, hello! Says, sadly, I will not be sticking around for NXT. The channel I watch no longer airs NXT. Like, what, Jim, what's happening? Jim, can't you go to watch wrestling, Jim? What's happening, Jim? Well, you're in Canada, aren't you? Have things changed in Canada? What's happened? Give me the news. Give me the scoops. What channel was it on? Where's it moved to? Well, I was not made aware of this disruption. So, what's the situation? Have a look at Watch Wrestling. Try that, Jim. Don't leave. Paul said, what are your thoughts on Nash and Logan Paul? I think I'm very surprised, actually. I'm very surprised because I think that Kevin Nash is going to be someone that is going to respect, like, working smarter. I really would think that he would understand that the name of the game is really about making as much money for doing as little work as possible, right? Is that great for the fans? No. But from a boys' point of view, from a locker room point of view, from a Kevin Nash point of view, surely the dream was always earn lots of money, work less shows. So Logan has managed to get himself in life where he's in that position, earns a lot of money, does less shows. And so I would think the boys would see that as like, you can't argue with that. That's what we're all striving for. That's, you know, we all want that Roman Reigns schedule. We all want that Logan Paul schedule. Like, that's the dream. That's everyone's dream, isn't it? Earn loads of money, but don't do tons of work. So I was very surprised that Kevin Nash took a bit of a different angle than what I would have thought he would. And he kind of was like, F you from the boys. You know, you're going to earn all that money and you're not going to do house shows, like, F you, and that comes from the boys. And I was like, okay, well, respect, because, I mean, like, all being in it together, in the trenches together, that's a good thing. Like, that's a nice, positive thing, but I don't know, man. Back in the day, it was about it was about looking out for yourself, really. You know, it was about you getting yours. It was a dog-eat-dog world. Wrestling was not flipping friendship bracelets, right? Wrestling was a tough business. The road was hard, and it was about getting what you felt was yours. And, you know, if you could do that without having to work like tons of dates, then that's the biggest dub you can get. So I was very surprised that he took the angle that he took. But I mean, like, I'm not a Logan fan, and I think that he is someone that's coming in from outside of the business, and people know that I'm not a big fan of celebrities in wrestling. But the only thing I would say is that Logan, I think, has done enough now to show that he's not a celebrity. It's not like he's come in and had one match. You know, he's coming in and he's just having, you know, the odd match throughout the year. They're obviously working hard to present him as good as possible. And, you know, this isn't his full-time gig. This is just something that they use him as a special attraction. I'm not a fan of it. But I'm not a fan of Logan. But I think he's been presented well enough where you can kind of go, well, do you know what? He doesn't stink the place out. You know, it would be a hell of a lot worse if Logan came in and worked and the matches were just atrocious, right? And they were just awful celebrity matches and we just hated them. Like, but I don't think WWE would be able to maintain his presence if that was the case, because he is good, or they found a way of making him look good. And he is good. I mean, you got to say he's athletic and he can certainly do stuff, right? I think that he has kind of got himself into a very interesting position. So I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It's a really interesting one. I don't really take a side on this. I don't like Logan, and I don't care for him being in WWE. But on this one, I would say surely this is every wrestler's dream is to get to this position. And don't even come to me with, yeah, but he's not paid his dues. He's not done the road and all of that. I know. You don't have to tell me that. I'm fully aware. Like, I'm not a fan of celebrities being in wrestling and being made to look amazing because they haven't paid their dues. That's a given. You can't be upset about that now. That can't upset you now. That should upset you at the start. That should upset... I'm past that. That's already happened. So for me, I don't know. It's a really interesting one. I look at it more with confusion than anything else. Nikki has tweeted, said K-pop lover. Right, guys, breaking news. Nikki has tweeted... Nikki Cross collected. What has she collected? Debt? Souls? Collected? I mean, that really is how I feel. That is how I feel. Collected. Thanks, K-pop lover. Because it was you I saw first. Americans. Americans. She collected Americans. Look at that. Looks like fangs, doesn't it? She looked so good last night. She looked brilliant. Raymond says, collected. Huge fan of yours. Ken said, I didn't see her take her mask, so it was extra freaky when she jumped in the ring without it. That was genuinely creepy. And I've been watching horror my entire life. Good stuff. Cookdom said Samir. Oh, Brendan, thank you. And Johnny as well. I always like to make sure I follow the people that have tagged me. Bob said, okay, are we done this time? That I think we should be. What are the replies, though? We're just getting started. Do I follow that person? Yeah, I do. Shut up. Honestly, it can be entertaining to have a walk, you know, through X. I just wanted to say the German suplex was good. That was an amazing street fight. Absolute cinema. Do I follow you? Yes, I do. Do I follow you? Yes, I do. Oh my God, look at us. Look at us. We're just one big happy family. You and the rest of the family did an amazing job. You should all be super proud. This is amazing. Regular Everyday said you were incredible last night. Future women's champion. I'd like to see that. I do wonder if... look at this. Perhaps they just put the people you follow at the top. Oh, I definitely know Lexi, so... Okay, lovely. Lovely. Yes, Queen. And I'm guessing people have tagged me. Yes, boom. Valentino. Oh, you get a follow. Lovely. Oh, hello, what's this? Peter Renaday, the original voice of Master Splinter, has sadly passed away. I'm gonna put a sad face there. I remember him. I mean, obviously, I never saw him. Raymond, thank you. Just catching unseen, I saw the segment about the Wyatt Six and the Pluto symbol. Oh, yeah, behind Jade. Being a symbol on the metal portion of the Wyatt door set, so they can identify the prop backstage and don't lose it when they travel to the venue. Oh, that's an interesting theory. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting theory. Yeah, honestly, I do believe that there is something backstage that has a Pluto permanently on it, and the thought hadn't crossed my mind that it might be something connected to do with the door or something like that. Because that would make sense, so that you can go, right, yeah, that's Pluto, yeah, so that's for that. That's, yeah, Pluto, that's for that. Like, that makes sense, actually. So I'm not going to say that is correct, but I think it's a very interesting theory. Yeah, I like that. I like that's good, that is. Oh, look at us cooking. Cooking away. Right, Carl and Dawn, here we go. Oh, God, let's hope Dawn's around. We know what Carl's like when Dawn's not around. Carl said, good day, Daze. Keep it clean. Oh, yeah, you're telling me to keep it clean. Keep it clean today. Hey, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're doing good. I hope you've had a good day, my friends. It's been a short day for me, actually. I woke up, watched England play, and had a bit of food, and then obviously did the Wrestling Escape Pods. I'm here now. I did have a quick scan through social media, and I saw there wasn't anything massive. I saw the Raw rating, and now here we are. We're looking forward to Giulia, and Giulia arriving in NXT. Obviously, she did make her first appearance at the end of last week, but actually arriving, her in-ring debut, getting to see her in-ring on an NXT so soon as well. I didn't expect it to be so soon, but yeah, they really want to make this show a big show. They really want to get as much attention as possible, and that's good, because ratings are going to be like difficult this week. I don't know if there's any football tonight, but as we saw with the Raw ratings, tricky. Kim Shane said, I love to add a touch of sarcasm when it's needed. Go for it. It's my best friend. Brody said, what are your thoughts on the Liv Rhea feud dragging all the way to WrestleMania? I don't like it if that's what's happening. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go all the way to WrestleMania. And if we were going to do that, I would have them move on to other things and then come back to it. So I would have it where Liv wins at Bad Bloods. Rhea is done. She's away from the title. Someone then takes Rhea's attention. Maybe Liv goes into some program with Nikki. as we do Judgment Day against Wyatt 6, which is what I'm hoping for. And then as we get closer to WrestleMania, Liv and Rhea kind of get back together and they start building their feud again. Or, you know, unfinished business kind of a thing. But I wouldn't just have them two going on and on and on all the way to WrestleMania. So, yeah, not for me personally, but I don't know, maybe they've got a plan. Maybe there's something up their sleeve. Perhaps they're quite excited by what they've come up with. AB Jobson said, are we having garlic toast and beef vegetable soup? No. I did have garlic bread tonight. Not a big fan of garlic bread, but I did actually have a bit tonight. But I've never had beef vegetable soup. Not a soup lover, to be honest. Not a soup lover. It's a starter, isn't it, really? And I don't tend to have starters at home. I mean, I don't know how you live. It's maybe a lunch, but don't forget, I don't have lunch. Normally, when it's lunchtime, I'm streaming. For me. You see me at lunchtime. This is lunchtime. I mean, I got up about 7:30 I was up UK time because I went to bed late as a result of filming that second unseen. So I went to bed about lunchtime, got up about 7:30. So now it's coming up to 20 to 1. So really, this is about lunchtime for me now. So I don't do lunch. I get up, I have something to eat. I'll have something to eat maybe 6 in the morning. And that'll be me. I only tend to eat twice. So I ain't having soup for when I get up. And I ain't having soup before I go to bed. So soup is just not a feature in my life. There is no room for soup. Unless I was to go to a posh restaurant and have it as a starter. But I ain't having starters at home. Some of us just don't live that way, my friend. Mitchell said, I'm really disappointed in you. I tagged you in a tweet and I am trying to get you to 300,000. Well, Mitchell, thank you. But I have not had chance to go through my notifications yet. If I've not liked it, then it has not been acknowledged yet. So it will be. But I have not had a chance to go through yet. What I have done is gone through looking for news that I'm tagged in and things that I need to be aware of for the stream. So dry those eyes, my little baby dear. I will try and get to the posts after the stream. Uncle Howdy said, Daze, do we think Motor City Machine Guns are going to show up on NXT? I've not seen any rumors of that, but they are thought to be coming to NXT. I suppose they could make their presence felt tonight. I'll tell you now, you won't get a reaction out of me because, again, we're talking people that were in TNA, and spoiler, I have never watched TNA. So they are a group that I have heard of. They're not a group that I could point out of a lineup. They're not a group that mean anything to me. They're not a group that I'm down on. I just don't know anything about them. So to me, if they turn up, it'll be like, right, let's see what these people have got. And I have heard they're on the way. A lot of excitement around them. So they must be good. So if they are going to be here tonight, good. Let's get them in. Let's get going. Let's see what they're all about. So I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if we see them tonight. But obviously, we do have a tag match, a tag title match. They could certainly make their presence felt after that. Kim Shane said, I was going to send you a picture of Kathy Kelly in the outfit that she was going to wear at the Batista movie, but it isn't PG. Well, you know me. I'm only interested in PG things, but feel free to send that by DM. And because obviously I need to just have a look at it to establish the fashion and see what the latest trends are. So, yeah, you know, the DMs are open, but DMs are open. Or I might just have a little look myself, actually. Might have a little look myself, just so I don't want fashion moving on without me. So it's definitely worth me searching that out. Shockwave says, aka no good. Shockwave, how do you feel about AEW naming a new show after you? That must be a real honor. The fact that they have seen this chat, seen you as a person, and decided that your name is the name that they want to name their new show. They could have called it AEW Big Time Baxter, couldn't they? but instead they've gone with your name. Or they could have called it AEW Not JPEG, AEW Cameron, AEW James Chadwick, AEW Nita Nitro. Which, you know, think about that. It's very close to WCW Nitro, isn't it? Nita Nitro, was you a WCW fan? I have actually subconsciously wondered that in the past. Nita Nitro, please respond. Right, I don't even know what Shockwave said. I was too hung up. Brony, gotta be a crunchy nut cornflakes. We're talking about breakfast food now. Puta said MCMG are great. That's Frosted. Big Time Back said, I wonder when WWE will find their next Rey Mysterio. Well, I think they thought they'd found it in Dragon Lee. Because Rey at 49 and doing this for decades, I think it's hard for anyone to stand out as long as Rey is there. Yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe that's true, actually. Perhaps Rey does kind of eclipse everyone. I mean, everyone could just be seen as a poor man's Rey Mysterio. That's a good point. I wonder if that is a bit of a barrier. I don't know, you know. I don't know. That's a good point. I feel sorry for Dragon Lee. I do feel like there's more we should be getting out of him. There was a lot more excitement around him in New Japan. I was never that blown away with him in NXT, to be honest. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. NXT, I remember there being some good matches, but I was never like, oh my god, this guy is going to be a massive star. I know that they were going to push him hard and that they saw big things in him. And he came up and he had some good matches. So he's definitely capable. But I saw Dave saying he's just not the same guy he was in NXT. And my first thought was, I was not that crazy about him in NXT, to be honest. I don't know. How do we get the best out of him? It's got to be creative, hasn't it? It's got to be creative. It's got to be like some good stories and him making saves. And you've got to put him in the positions where, you know, babyface in trouble, Dragon Lee comes out, looks awesome. I mean, if you think about how much of an impact Jacob has made, because when he comes down, he's intense. You know, I'm not saying you do that for Dragon Lee. You do something a little different for Dragon Lee. You don't need necessarily... Well, I suppose you could have that level of intensity, but he's not going to be that as aggressive. You know, he's going to be a lot more flippy and floppy. It's going to be a lot more gymnastics. But he can still bring the fire, you know? Dragon Lee is not a bad name. I don't mind the name. I think we could probably find a better look. I don't know if we could have something that's a bit more impactful with his, like, ring gear and the colours and I think the Titantrom's quite good, though, with the dragon, and then the mouth opens and he kind of walks out of that. I think that's quite good. Presentation-wise feels like it's all right, but I would just tweak the ring gear stuff. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be how you use him. It's going to have to come down to those moments where he saves people or you give him the platform to shine like Jacob has had. And he just doesn't get those. He just gets matches, or there's even times where we just don't see him at all, actually. Interesting. Did I get an answer? Carl and Dawn said PG my ass. We were PG, weren't we? What about Kathy Kelly? I just wanted to see the fashion. That was all. I wasn't going to show it on stream because God only knows how many children are watching. Eh? We've learned that, haven't we? Frankie said Dragon Lee is the next Kalisto. Almost said Lucha thing. Kalisto. You think he's the next Kalisto? God, I hope not. It's funny, isn't it? Because, like, Sin Cara, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, Lindsay Dorado. Like, you can really go down a list of luchas that have just not made it on the main roster, have just not had that impact. I think doing the flips and all of that is eye-catching, but it means nothing. So you do the flips and everything, you're like, whoa, and then it's gone and the match carries on. And you might do another, and it's like, whoa, and then it's done and the match carries on. But it's like fast food. You know, it's just there for a moment, but you're hungry after. You know, you have like a Gunther match, or you have a Cody match, or a Roman Reigns match. Like, you feel like you've eaten. You feel like you've had something. With those kind of matches, I don't really feel that I'm satisfied afterwards. I feel like it's all eye-catching. And then it was like, we'll get to the score and people will be like, yeah, it was good. Yeah, really good. Enjoyed that. It was good. Fine. Yeah, good. All the stuff doesn't equate to like this bonkers score, you know? Doing all these flips, that it's not like we get to the end of the match and everyone's like, no, that was all time. That is an all-time match. So I sort of feel like they deliver at that, but they don't deliver in the other areas, you know? Like, I think the booking hurts them. If you're WWE, I think you're probably putting them out there to do what they do best. And you probably don't think they need as much of a story, because really what they're going to give you is, you know, the acrobatics. But I think you've got to book them the same as other superstars. They've got to be in stories. They've got to have their houses invaded or whatever it might be, you know? They've got to be in love with someone and have that partner took away, like Rhea and Dominic, you know? They've got to have, like, creative and stories. It's just that when the bell rings, they can do stuff that not everyone else can do. And I think the unfortunate thing is that, like, they get seen as an attraction. They get seen as like, oh, let's start off with Dragon Lee because that'll get the crowd hot. And they don't really get booked beyond that. And then, of course, they'll start losing because you'll always want to put someone else over. And then they'll start being on a bit of a losing streak. And then you end up with a Kalisto or a Grand Metalik or whatever. Like, you need to book them like other people, and you have to invest in them instead of just seeing them as attractions. So I don't know that it is just all creative's fault, but I think they definitely do take a good chunk of the blame. But yeah, I mean, the language barrier is a problem. Most of them only speak like Spanish or Mexican, so that's obviously an issue. So the language barrier is normally a real issue. And the fact that you can't, like, see the facial expression sometimes because of, like, full face masks. Sometimes people have, like, Axiom, full face masks. That really hurts. Because selling and seeing someone's face, like, when they're digging deep, when they're hurting, you get so much from facial expressions that if you can't see the face, that's a real barrier. So they have to be bigger with their body language, and sometimes, like, it just doesn't come across as well. Like, these are the kind of challenges that I can see. Dragon Lee is, I think, a really good wrestler, can have a really good match. But if you don't support him with the right creative, just like anyone else, he's going to drown. He's just not going to get anywhere. But at what point are WWE going to prioritize a lucha and actually have... Do you know, I would say the best job they're doing at the moment is with Andrade. I feel like Andrade is in the mix to be one of the guys. He wrestles that kind of lucha style. He's got plenty of, like, flips and stuff, but he is someone that doesn't wear a mask. He is someone that you can see his facial expressions. He's someone that can go in the ring. His promos are obviously struggling because he doesn't speak English. They've got him in a best of series with Carmelo at the moment, which is working. But once that finishes, I hope they've got something next for him. Because I think this series has shown just how good he is. People have so enjoyed those matches. And when Charlotte comes back, you've got real potential to do something there. So some people might not count Andrade, but he is a lucha. He was a lucha as well outside of NXT. He was like wearing a mask and everything. I forget his name outside of NXT. But he was like, he wore a mask and everything outside, but now took the mask off whilst being in NXT. He's obviously with Charlotte. There's real potential there. So I would look at Andrade and I would look at Dragon Lee as the two leaders when it comes to who could take Rey's spot. I remember Andrade, Rey Mysterio, just, oh God. That, I think, was like early 2019. It was so good. So good. I hope they do get behind him. I hope they do support him. Nita Nitro, shout out to you, my friends. Here we go. Here we go. Appreciate the support, but I appreciate the answer as well. Shockwave said that's what stopped Shinsuke, the lack of English. Yeah, do you know what was doing the rounds yesterday was Shinsuke's debut against Sammy. And I watched him coming out, and Sammy's in the ring. He's got a big smile on his face. And Shinsuke is just such a star. And you know, Shinsuke did something in that match at the start that I forgot that he used to do. And I used to love it as a fan when he did it. And it's just a subtle thing. And it's funny, isn't it, how just the smallest things can really mean so much, right? But like, when he used to make his entrance, and I don't think he does it now. I haven't seen him in so long, I can't remember, but he makes his way down to the ring. He gets into the ring, like he's kind of dancing away, right? And he'll like be coming down to his music, sort of dancing away. And then as he gets in the ring, he kind of like looks up at the camera, puts his hand over his mouth like he's horrified at what he's seeing. And it like works with the music, and he's like, shocked by it, and he reaches out his hand to the screen, and he's like proper shocked, and he reaches his hand out, and then he just runs to the ropes and throws himself down in time with the music. And I always remember watching that, just feeling like I was watching like an artist. I felt like I was watching someone that really had something to tell. Really felt like this wasn't just another guy. This wasn't someone that just got in the ring and was like, you know, hi everyone. Like him with being so dramatic, like covering his mouth and stretching out his hands and then running to the back and chucking himself down against the ropes. Like, if you get chance to watch the Shinsuke Sammy NXT match, it's one of the greatest matches in NXT history. But even if you just watch the intro so you can see what I'm saying, like, that really had an impact on me. Like, I remember from the first moment I saw him, I was like, this is someone you have to watch. This is someone that's telling a story or doing something more than just everyone else. I suppose you could say a bit like Bray, really. With Bray, you always felt like there was more depth and more that was going on. And think about how they presented Shinsuke with those backstage promos as well. I think Shinsuke has been so mistreated. Having him coming out with Rick Boogs playing the guitar was atrocious. It was atrocious. I think Shinsuke has got real depth to his character. I think that he can tell stories, and I think he's very emotive, and I think he's very expressive. And I think that he can really do stuff that you just don't see that many wrestlers doing. I think he gets, I think he brings an element of theatre. James, myself love Cara Noir, who also does that, has like this element of theatre about his entrance, about his whole performance, really. I would say that Shinsuke is probably the closest we've got to Cara Noir, as someone that really emotes and really expresses. And, that moment at the start kind of really hammered that home. So I love Shinsuke. I would love for him to get a good final run. I would love for him to win the world title. And I would love for him to get his moment, because I just don't think he ever got it. I just don't think he ever really got it on the main roster. I'd say the best he ever had it was his feud with AJ. But I think you're going back to like WrestleMania 34. It's atrocious to think how long we've had Shinsuke on the roster and just how badly he's been used. It's really frustrating. I'm frustrated for him. I mean, I don't know how he feels about it, but I'm frustrated. because I understand the lack of English being a barrier, but we found a way that worked in that feud with Seth recently. But for whatever reason, we just abandoned it, and I'm so disappointed. But anyway, Nita Nitro said, my name, it's a song from my favorite band, the Wild Hearts. I went to a Q&A with Lita tonight. She almost joined AEW to work with Britt Baker, but felt they didn't have any interest in the women's division at that point. Oh. So Nita Nitro is a song from the band Wild Heart. I'm going to Google it. Nita Nitro Wild Hearts. Nita Nitro Wild Hearts lyrics. When did it come out? 1995. 1995. Nita Nitro, say goodbye to everything we knew, 'cause I don't feel like crying, although I may stop trying. Nita Nitro, say goodbye to all we held true. Well, that seems like a sad boomer song, doesn't it? I've not heard it. If I remember, I will listen to it, and then I will let you know if I like your name or not. So, that's interesting about Lita. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Where was it? Where did you actually go to? Please respond. Don't super chat, just respond. Right. Daze, is your TV back up? Oh, no, it's never on TV for NXT, but yes, it is back now. I was really pleased we were able to just get through Raw, to be honest. I mean, if I didn't have the ability to watch via a streaming service, I mean, it shows on Discovery Plus. If I didn't have that, we just couldn't have streamed. My Sky channel, just my sports channel, was just gone. It was gone. So we're quite fortunate that there's that agreement with TNT Sports that you can watch it on their channel, or you can watch it on Discovery Plus. So, but yes, afterwards, of course, as is Sod's Law, it flipping came back, didn't it? Which is good. That means that we're fine at the moment for Friday. Nita Nitro said, your favourite place, don't get stabbed. Hello, Daze. Hello, Edwards. I had a busy week last week. Instead of boxing being open 3 days, I was training on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So keeping fit for a fight to come. Dude, you need to leave that gym. The fact they've not found you a fight in years is just... I mean, Anthony Joshua wouldn't put up with that, would he? Bum, bum, bum. Right, let's go, kids. Let's go. We know what we've got first. We've got the tag title match coming up first. Aaron, hello. Hope you're well. Wave him back. Good evening, said Akeem. Good evening, Akeem. Edward says, hi, Kim's train. Look at everyone saying hello. Hi, Billy Bob. Showtime, said Mitchell. Days, the first presidential debate is tonight. It could affect ratings. Yeah. To be honest, I would watch that. I mean, I obviously can't vote, but it seems quite close between the both of them. I saw on the BBC website earlier, they were saying it's like 47-44, something like that. 47% voting for Harris, 44% voting for Trump, the rest being undecided. And I think that's what this debate is trying to reach out to those undecideds. So it can still absolutely go either way at the moment. So obviously I don't have a dog in the fight. I genuinely don't. I'm not. I just watch the spectacle, you know. It doesn't massively affect me. I mean, I'm sure it will have an impact in some way, but yeah, enjoy it. I want to see what goes down. Imagine one of them starts crying. Have you been watching the Waltons? Hi, Billy. Oh, is it the Waltons? I thought it was Little House on the Prairie. Hi, Billy Bob. Good night, Sally Mae. Good night, Mary Jane. No, I don't know. That's from my youth. I've seen a program when I was young that happened in. Was that the Waltons, was it? God. Do you not still watch that, do you? I'm watching the show tonight, said Aaron. Watch this show. Oh, there's Jada. Oh, look at that car. That's a nice car. Oh, and it's Trick's car. Yes. So, there's Trick. Jada Parker, though. I'd be a bit nervous if there was a... Yeah, Giulia. Yes. Jada again, look, with a baseball bat. There's Jordynne Grace. Are we going to see Jada again? Imagine if we just see her standing there for like weeks and months with that baseball bat. Right. There we go. We got Giulia arriving. We had... Oh, it's all happening, kids. Now we're going over to this tag match. What happened to the Rascals? I don't know. I don't know. I know that Wesley was joking about it or like smirking about it. But I don't know if we're going to find out on this show. I don't know if they're going to say now. They said conspicuous, which I looked up, said it was obvious. Not that obvious. So we're kicking off with NXT tag title match. Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. Ba-ba-dum-bum. So here's the Street Profits. Supposed to be. Here we go. Unable to compete. Unable to compete. But Ava's made a great decision in having... What? What? I'm going to ask. I'll ask social media. Vic just said, unable to compete. Welcome back. Daze, yes, I agree. AJ wouldn't do that, but I've been there since a kid. Look at my coaches as family. I will leave eventually. Dudes, it's either happening or it's not happening. I mean, it's that simple, innit? We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Do you think they might have got COVID? I don't know. I have no idea. This match should bang, said Mitchell. Zachary against Mike Bailey on September 13th, says Brandon. Daze, read the chat. I've said why they're not there. Wentz is in a TNA pay-per-view on Saturday in the main event. So? Why does that mean he can't wrestle tonight? Is Jordynne Grace not on that pay-per-view? She's wrestling tonight. I don't see that as the reason. I joined you for NXT for a few minutes until the debate, but I've got to go watch Trump get schooled by a woman, says Metal Mama. I'll be lurking. Well, Metal Mama, that's sexist because there's nothing wrong with being schooled by a woman. I was schooled by many women when I was at school. So that's actually sexist. And I expect better from you, to be honest. Against the ropes goes Montez. I love the new Prophet's gear, says Paul. Daze Trey had to get minor surgery on an injury. Is that the reason? He's had to get a minor surgery. Right. I was looking at WWE main roster, said Big Time, and it's an aging roster. No, it'll be fine. We've got loads coming through. We can always call up Trick. We can call up Tony. Against the ropes. Over the top. Whoa! Great work there by Dawkins. Dawkins, man. Oh, that was nice. Drop kick there by Nathan Frazer. Yeah, I reckon there's about 4 or 5 names we can call up. Plus, you got Theory and Grayson and whatnot. I think it'll be fine. Boom! Nice back elbow there by Dawkins. Toby said, I was convinced that Montez was heading for the top. Kim Shane said Trump's opponent used to be in WWE. Isn't her name Kamala? It was very close, but I've heard that it's like not the same. But sorry, off topic, but Daze, what are your thoughts on AJ Styles? Well, I mean, he's looking to wrap it up, so hopefully Triple H has sat down with him and gone, look, how are we going to end this? I think, you know, he deserves that. He deserves to sit down with Triple H and for them to plan out the end. You want to go to TNA? No problem. We've got a relationship with them. They'd love you. We don't have an issue with it. You can go, you can do some stuff over there. What do you want to do at WrestleMania? What do you want to do at SummerSlam? Blah, blah, blah. Let's, do you want to face Cena? I mean, their matches banged, didn't they? They were some of the best recent Cena matches, weren't they? Days I finished Raw. It was good episodes. Wyatt 6 killed it. Right now, Dawkins with Axiom. Lovely belly to belly. Lovely. James said Frazer was trained by Seth. Of course he's goods. William said, I'm an AEW fan. Screw WWE. Yeah. William, thank you. That kind of tribalism and toxicity is what we are looking to promote. Super kick to the midsection there by Montez. Aaron said AJ should face Cena. Jay said, I'm here for wrestling, not politics. Thank you, Jay. Engo Andrew said, I missed Raw yesterday. Oh, lovely, you're an Argy. Cleveland Brown said, AJ wants to retire to have more time to prove that the earth is flat. He's so close. He is so close. And he is going to make you look so foolish when he does it. When he finally cracks it, when he gets that missing piece of his puzzle, and he finally can prove that the earth is flat, he is going to make you all look so stupid. Not me, because if he does prove it, I'll just say I always thought it was flat as well. I'll just go with it. To the outside, Axiom up top. Over the top, rolling through. Boom. Oh, lovely suplex. Dawkins, 1, 2. Shoulder up. Days, as far as why Raw got hammered, the Monday Night Football did 20 million, said Big Time. Yep. You Americans do love your football. I'm a fan of all wrestling. Never heard of them, Raymond. I'll check them out. I love when NXT graduates return to NXT. They tend to remind you of exactly what they're capable of. But that was deleted. Here we go. Oh, boom! Big splash! Here's Frazer. Oh, lovely! 450 connects! Shoulder up by Montez. Shoulder up by Montez. NXT fun tag match, as you would have expected. Here's Axiom. Missile dropkick. Down goes Montez. Now Dawkins knocks Nathan into the pin. I feel like that spot gets used a bit too much now. The knocking someone into the pin to break it. Just stating that you will be banning all USA Daze fans. What for? American football is way better than your football, says Mitchell. I am honestly not protective enough of my football to bite on that, to be honest. I just think everyone should enjoy their own football. Oh, lovely top rope enziguri by Axiom. Ring of Honor is cool when they want to be, said Kiam. Oh, Spanish Fly coming up. Spanish Fly. Oh, Spanish Fly by Axiom. Oh, Axiom get knocked into the ropes. Nathan has hurt his Frazer. Right now, Dawkins with Nathan Frazer. Electric chair. He's got him on the shoulders. Oh my God, Street Profits are going to do it. They're going to win the titles. Blockbuster. Let's go. Pin him. Pin him. Nathan is down. Oh, out of nowhere. Is that Tama? Is that Tama? No. Oh, it's Jacob. Oh my God, it's all the Bloodline. Yes! Jacob! Tonga lower! Tama Tonga! Oh my God! Let's go! Oh! Oh my God! Jacob's in NXT! Jacob's in NXT! Jacob's on the edge of the ring. We're treating this like a match. It's like he's waiting to be tagged in. He's going up, looking to splash. Oh, Swanton! On top of Dawkins! Yeah, man. This is the kind of thing that's going to make them cooler. This is the kind of thing that's going to get them over. Yes, more of this. More. They've shown up on NXT. Yes, go on. Yes. 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 Oh, what a ride. Oh, yeah. That was good, wasn't it? Yes, Queen. Imagine being there. I would explode. Oh, yeah, here we go. NXT Anonymous. So that match just sort of ended, didn't it? What's the score? I don't know. Metal Mama said, Days, 3 months. No way it's been longer than that. Only 3 months, Metal. It feels longer, doesn't it? Because being a member of this community is a real chore. It's hard work, innit, buds? Blooming hard work. Right, match scores. Are we going to find out who that is now? Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver. There's Giulia. Giulia has arrived. Giulia, the beautiful madness. The top organization in the world. Bang. The excitement from the fans is flooring. Oof. I am so excited. Giulia, Giulia, Giulia. So that was footage of her, I'm guessing, from Marigold's. I don't think we'd get the rights for, like... Well, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember being asked. Oh my God, I'm just like that bracelet woman. I'm just like that bracelet woman. She was like, oh, you could have asked. Well, thank you, NXT. But I like to be in my own little corner. That was very kind of them, wasn't it? Are we doing it now? Are we doing it now? Oh, go on, mates! Here we go! I love this. Do you know, I really love this entrance theme. Giulia making her way down. Oh, my God. I thought they would tease this all night and this would be like in the second hour. Yes. So Giulia against Chelsea. Giulia is, look at her, man. She looks absolutely amazing. Look at Giulia, man. And they've kept the petals in the background. Oh, I'm so pleased they kept those. Oh, she looks so good. She might be my new queen. Right, Chelsea coming down. Right. Get your votes in. Here's Chelsea. I need to get to... I need to put out a tweet. Emergency. Giulia. Emergency. Giulia's debut is now. Stop watching boomers debating. I don't even think it started yet. Right. Crowd are chanting for... Oh, back fist there by Chelsea. Oh, headbutt there by Giulia. Giulia, look, coming over to Chelsea, grabbing her. Goes over to the corner. Face first into the corner there by Giulia. Sign in the crowd says, welcome to NXT, Giulia. Chelsea in the corner. Oh, Giulia collides into Chelsea. Chelsea rolls out the way. Giulia goes to that middle row. Missile drop kick. Chelsea's just going to bump around, isn't she, like a flipping super trooper? So, Giulia grabbing Chelsea. Trying to pick up Chelsea. Chelsea on her feet. Goes for a shot. Round the back goes Giulia. Back elbow there by Chelsea. Oh, big right hand there by Chelsea. Giulia against the ropes. Chelsea over the other sides. Duck underneath. Boom! Big boots. Giulia against the ropes. Chelsea. Oh, lovely. Middle of the ring, round the back. Oh, lovely. Grabbing a hold of the arm. Lovely. The spider web. Well, it's not an octopus because her leg would be wrapped around Chelsea's leg. So it's a spider web, said Vic Joseph. She gets over to the ropes. It's such a good paced match at the moment. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love Giulia coming over, going to kick, and Chelsea's like... Chelsea goes to the outside. Giulia coming over, going to grab Chelsea. Do you know what? I mean, you're so lucky if you're in Florida because you can go to like an NXT live event and there's an outside chance at the moment you might see Giulia. Eventually, I'm sure you will. Chelsea grabbing Giulia, hurling her into the corner. Chelsea looking to go up. She's behind Giulia. Oh, look at that. Referee having a word. She's got the arm, she's got the sleeper hold applied. Referee counting away. Chelsea actually getting a little bit of time here. She's on the shoulders of Giulia. Electric chair. She's going to dump her back. No. Chelsea lands on her feet. German suplex. Oh, Chelsea's the one, though, that is getting the better of this exchange. Oh, face first. Giulia down. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. Amin said, how did you know Punk was going to be at Raw next Monday? They showed a graphic. They said he was going to be back next week on the show. Yeah, German suplex by Chelsea, and then planting her face first. It's Chelsea that's getting the better of this. 1, 2. Oh, she really struggled to kick out of that. She really struggled to kick out of that. Chelsea had a really good pin applied, you know. If she got a win over Giulia, like, that would be massive. Imagine if, like, that was really close. That was really close. Slaps being exchanged by Giulia and Chelsea. The fact that we've gone from the Bloodline invading in that first match to Giulia in the second match, it's got to mean that tonight is pretty stacked. Nice kick there by Giulia. Random, shout out to you. I'll get to you in a sec, buds. We're just super dialed into Giulia's debut. Nice kick coming in. Single leg drop kick. Giulia coming back into this now. Is this commercial free? We haven't been to commercial. I've only just noticed. Giulia has got Chelsea on the edge of the ring. Boom! Drops her down. Giulia. And she gave a little... there was just for a moment. There was a little to the camera, but no, you saw it. I saw it. Giulia with Chelsea. Chelsea gets chucked back into the ring. It's 30 minutes commercial free, says Mayor Pete. Thank you. Mitchell, thank you. Chelsea goes over to the other side. So the first 30 minutes commercial free. Giulia goes into the commentary table. Giulia goes down. Chelsea, and again, hurling Giulia into the commentary table. Bill said, I think they said it was the first half hour. So she's been rammed, and again, straight over the commentary table. Oh my God, look at Chelsea. She's hurled Giulia into the commentary table, and she's just having a word with the ref. Giulia's down, and Giulia's in pain. Chelsea grabbing Giulia, dragging her back over to the ring. Chelsea looking to go up. There's a sign in the crowd that says, not today, Karen. Chelsea is up and... Oh, she went for that missile drop kick. Giulia with the knee. Good night, Green. Giulia looking to put Chelsea away. Giulia has got Chelsea, picks her up and... Oh, slams her down. 1, 2, 3. Giulia gets the win. Yes, queen. That's my new queen, guys. Guys, I found my new queen. Giulia gets the victory, and it was not all straightforward. Yeah, I really like the music. I don't know if that's a Def Rebel classic. We know they've got many bangers. Countless bangers from Def Rebel. But that one is legitimately quite good. Not sure there's enough impact in the finisher, says Mayor Pete. Oh, God, we've got all the... Look at this. We've got all the mannerisms. We got flexing. We've got shooting. Blake Howard's. He was the dude that was kind of running the live event that I was at, and he was really good. I've never done it before. I've never had a last man standing match before, says Trick. We'll get to these comments as soon as we get to this commercial break. So Trick is... I will be the last man standing. Jordynne Grace, just getting ready. Oh, she worded that carefully, didn't she? This has represented the best of women's wrestling outside of WWE. TNA fans, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I think that's a really good way of presenting them, but I could understand TNA fans not liking it. Oh, hello. Oh, Javon's just interrupted. So, Jordan was talking, and then all of a sudden we just got Javon's entrance music, and he's sort of interrupted her promo. He's come out with a backpack on. Let's go. He's ready for school. That's got his lunch in. Let's go. Bouncy. Yeah, how have we got TNA fans in the chat? Daisy's finisher would be the boomer bomb. Oh, it'd be the runaway, mate. I'd just run away. That'd be my finisher. Days fun fact about the petals. It's an honor for Hannah Nakamura. She was one of Giulia's best friends, says James. Thank you, James. All right, let's get to the comments. We are at a commercial break. King Yeti said Days is a star. It took this show for you to learn that. Come on. It took NXT for you to find that out. Disrespectful. You've put that in as a lovely comment, but you've actually been very disrespectful there. If I could time you out, I would time you out, but I don't think... Oh, no, I can actually. But you've been timed out for that, King Yeti. Yeah. You've been timed out for half an hour, and I want you to think about what you've done. Life of Daz said we need a Wrestling Daze NXT shirt. Well done. Life of Daz, thank you, but I didn't do anything. Thank you. I worked very hard. Random Tube said sources say that debut was too quick, but still got SmackDown. Congrats, Daze. Well deserved. Random Tube, thank you. It's not really anything about that message I can criticize, so I'll let that one slide. But King Yeti, you've let yourself down. So Random Tube, shout out to you. Spartan says R.I.P. Very sad. Yeah, gone but not forgotten. Gone but not forgotten. Rob said Daze is a star, a big ball of gas that only appears bright from afar. That's the one. That's the one. Brony said, Daze, is it true that Mae Young held a title for 28 years? No. You're thinking Fabulous Moolah. Mae Young was in wrestling, and then she actually left wrestling, and I believe she went off to do, I'm going to say real estate. And then she actually came back to wrestling. I think it was like literally not long before she was being used on WWE. So she was legitimately a female wrestler like back in the day, you know, like 50s, 60s. But then she ended up getting out of wrestling for decades. And then she ended up coming like back, not to be a wrestler, but I think just kind of because of her friend. She was friends with Fabulous Moolah. And then of course they ended up using her and Moolah on TV during like the Attitude Era. So, to my knowledge, Mae Young didn't hold a title for 28 years, but Fabulous Moolah did. She held the NW, but there's a big asterisk next to that because she used to really be in charge of women's wrestling. She used to be the person a lot of territories would call, and they'd be like, oh, we need a women's wrestler. Like, we want, because women back then were just attractions. They were like midgets, you know? You used to get the midgets. And, you know, I'm not being disrespectful. That's, you know, what they were called, and that's how they were booked. It might not be the correct term now, but that was the term that was used back then. So you used to go to a show and you would see midget wrestling. Not all the time, but just for a special attraction. Like, come on down, we've got the midgets. And same with women. Like, come on down, we've got some women wrestling. Oh my God, you got women. Like, that is how wrestling was. It's, oh my God, you've got women wrestling. Well, that's different. Should we go down to the show? They've got women. I mean, it's bonkers where women's wrestling is now compared to where it was. But one of the people that you used to call would be the Fabulous Moolah, and you'd be like, yeah, I've got some girls. And of course, famously, she would take some of the pay as a result. And there was a lot of girls that said they were badly treated by Moolah, hence why she's sort of frowned upon now, you know? So, like, they tried to do the WrestleMania Battle Royal and call it the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal for the women. We had the Andre, the Giant one for the men, and the Fabulous Moolah one for the women. But there was such a backlash online to that they just called it the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal. So, yeah, but it was the NWA women's title she had. There's Lexis King. And because she did a lot of like the booking for the women, it was never really in any danger, was it? So there's a big asterisk next to it. Nathan said, how was your day? I just got back from work. I've been a TNA fan since Bischoff and Hogan were in charge. How do you feel about Jordynne Grace saying this represents the best women outside of WWE? Is that offensive or is that a dub? I think it's quite a good way of pitching it personally. But I could understand TNA fans being like, nah, we're the best. I wish her finisher, the Moolah Hoop, said Shockwave. Days, I've watched WWE for most of my life. I've never even known what TNA was. I only knew more about it once NXT got Samoa Joe, Eric Young, or Bobby Roode, said Big Time. Edward said, Days, congrats. It's long overdue. Edward, shout out to you. Dominic said, what the heck did Lexis do his beard? Oh, it was super dyed, wasn't it? Very dark. Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, when Giulia came out, we had a real spike That Giulia match has definitely grabbed everyone's attention. Okay, here we go. We've got JC, Brinley, Lola, Kalani. You don't tell us what to do, says JC. If I did tell you, she said Fatal Influence would be making a fatal mistake. Jakara's got a lollipop and a big smile. Okay, we're going over to the Heritage Cup match now. Heritage Cup match. 56% great, 30% was good, 11% all-time, 1% bads. So far so good, you know. That last match was great, 67%. The match before was great, 64%. 2 matches so far, both of them getting great ratings. And now we've got Javon. Oh my God. Good. Daze, is this NXT must watch? Yeah, I said this yesterday. They've stacked this week. NXT is, you know, a product that I really love, and so much so that when I go to Florida, I go to the shows. You know, I go to the house shows. But I will also be the first to say that there are times where the show itself can be hit and miss. I mean, there's lots of times where people have watched the PLE and then they've watched the TV show and they've gone, it couldn't maintain what I saw from the PLE, you know? And the community has rated some of the lowest rated shows this year as being NXT shows. So I'm certainly not going to sit here and paint a picture that's not accurate. But when it's good, like, it's really good. Because this is talent that's really trying to prove themselves, that's trying to show that they're ready, show that they're hungry, show that they're the future. And if the show gets the balance right, and you get to enjoy, like, Giulia, and you get to enjoy Nathan Frazer and Axiom, who, you know, put on banging matches. Now we've got Javon Evans and Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey, the son of William Regal. Javon Evans, one of the most exciting, I think he's like 20. One of the most exciting 20-year-olds I've ever seen. So, I mean, you can't really be down on the open to this show. 40 minutes in, and all 3 matches have given us something. Well, hopefully you're going to give us something. Certainly the first 2 have. So right now we got Javon in the ring with Charlie. We are in round 1. We got a minute left to go. They're just kind of, it's a bit slow at the moment as they're feeling each other out. Knee to the midsection by Charlie. Mo said, I can't lie, I missed the takeovers. I mean, they're sort of the same shows in the sense of, you know, we're still doing only 5-6 matches. And, you know, you could totally see them being called takeovers because they're still sort of the same feel. But I don't know that it's takeovers that are missed. I think it's the black and gold brand. This isn't black and gold. We are taking, you know, I don't think we took anyone before that couldn't wrestle. I think everyone that came in was from the indies. And that's a massive difference. Because think about taking all the very best people off the indie scene and putting them in, like, dream matches, you know? Kevin Steen in there against Finn Balor. El Generico in there with Hideo Itami, you know? Shinsuke Nakamura coming in. Samoa Joe coming in. You know, I feel like everyone that was coming in are people that had done stuff on the indies. Now it's predominantly people that we're training in-house. So it's just very different products now. Roll up there by Charlie Dempsey and flipping over That'd be a good bit of work to do, actually. Have a look at how many people came from the Indies back in, like, 2015. Compared to... I'm sure there were some that were trained in-house. There must have been. I'm sure there was some. But that percentage was way down compared to what it is now. Way down. Javon goes over, lands on his feet. Duck underneath, against the ropes goes Javon. Over the top, he's still got a hold of Charlie Dempsey. Looking for a backslide. We are in round 2. He's desperately trying to get him down. No joy at the moment. Oh, into the corner. Big Time said, I think the one thing that has hurt NXT is because they moved from TV specials that used to always have the best cards. Now we build to PLEs and we're not building to weekly shows. Oh, Dempsey gets the pin on Javon. So it is 1 fall to Charlie Dempsey. Mitchell said, those purple trunks look hilarious. Amin said, are you going to watch Drew McIntyre's movie with Dave Bautista? I'm not going to the cinema for it. I mean, I don't find the time really to watch films. That's something that I try to do on Christmas Day. I mean, on Christmas Day, I'm normally here, and we've streamed. I mean, if there's a show on, we've streamed. Christmas Day is not... The 28th is more special to me because that's when my family traditionally come round. Everyone comes round on the 28th. And, like, I've got, like, 5 cousins, my aunties, my uncles, like, my brother, like, everyone comes round, all their kids and whatever as well. And that is, like, a big deal. But Christmas Day itself it's nothing. It's a Thursday, it's a Friday, it's nothing. We don't have anything special to eat. We don't, it's nothing. So, on Christmas Day... I tend to, if I'm not streaming, be like, do you know what? I'm going to watch a film. I tend to put that day aside to watch a film. I can't remember what I've watched previously. What have I watched? I can't remember. There's a couple of films. That Licorice Pizza was one I remember watching. I can't remember. Don't know. I just don't find the time. So... If I get through to, I've already got films. I want to watch The Batman, not the one with, is it Robert Pattinson? I want to see that. It's meant to be quite good. So that's on my to watch list. And there's a few other bits as well. So I just don't know when I would get to it. Boobs are nice, said Mitchell. Do we remember NXT Spring Break-In, New Year's Evil, and Halloween Havoc and Gold Rush? They used to be NXT Bread and Butter. Yes. I don't know, though, that they were back in 2015, 2016, 2017. I don't think that we were doing those kind of shows back then. I think we just did NXTs and then we went to takeovers. I don't think we had those specials. But then saying that, a lot of the takeovers back then were just at the Full Sail. But they were still, shows, big shows. I don't know. It changes, doesn't it? It evolves with time. And I think we're in a really good space right now. We're in a good place. So we'll just take the dubs. We'll just take the dubs. I can't unsee Willy Wonka, said 6 Horror Kingman. Paul said, are there any toy hunts coming up? I have got so much footage. I've got so much stuff that I can... I don't even know if I've got access to it. La, 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 la. Yeah, I was just looking to see if where I've got it all. No is the answer. I can show you okay, we are back to this this matchup. Javon, the young OG, going up. Boom, and he lands on top of Charlie and evens it at 1-1. Yeah, I can't find them. I do have all the files. I mean, I have got hundreds of files from Florida, which are buried away on my hard drive somewhere. So there can be, but it's time again. But I do need to get to them, otherwise they're just going to be so out of date. I mean, they're out of date already. I filmed them in April. We're in September. Here we go. We got Javon coming over. Big shot there by Javon. Do we think Roman will interfere in the match between Cody and Solo? Yes. I mean, Shockwave said, Kim's Chains, hello, me, Shockwave, you know, speak English. Daze, imagine we have a disaster, lack NXT having technical issues. Well, that would be bad big time. That would be bad. Certainly if they're going up against AEW Shockwave, if that is going to go to Fox. Nice drop kick there by Javon. Charlie goes outside the ring. So we've got Cedric Alexander in the corner of Javon. Javon going against the ropes through. Oh, he went to go through the ropes, but he gets caught by Charlie. Ren on the outside. So is Miles. Okay, Charlie getting into the ring. It's 1-1. Next fall is going to win this. Charlie going for the pin. 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. If you want to stream on Christmas Day this year, it'll be AEW. Oh, brilliant. I got Christmas off. Net breaker there by Charlie. Time for an NXT UK tour. Oh, yeah, man. I'd so love for them to announce that. Bring Giulia over, you cowards. Bring Javon, bring Trick, bring Giulia. I'd buy, like, the most expensive tickets where you get to, like, do the ring walk stuff and get your picture took by the ring and, like, meet and greets, and I'd go bonkers. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I so wish they would do those tours again. Charlie is keeping Javon grounded. King Yeti said, I am so sorry for being... I've added the so. I'm so sorry for being a bad boy. I'll be better days. King Yeti, shout out to you. I lied. I said I was timing you out for 30 minutes. It was only 5. I still timed you out, though. Oh, lovely suplex there by Javon. King Yeti, shout out to you, my friend. Uncle Donk. Uncle Donk. I will be with you in a sec, buds. We're in the dying stages of round 4 as we've got European uppercuts being exchanged by Javon and Charlie. Look at him smashing them into Charlie. Ah, oh, lovely work. Lovely suplex as well. Great work. Are the shoulders down? That suplex, made it look like the shoulders might still be up. Oh, hello. Cedric Alexander comes in, but we're in between rounds. Miles Bourne jumps in. Miles Bourne looks good in a suit, doesn't he? Like trousers and a nice top. Oba Femi against question mark next. Uncle Donk, shout out to you. Said, I loved Giulia Chelsea match. Good. Do you think it should have been more of a squash, considering the high expectations from fans? And she is the #1 contender to Roxy. I suppose you could make the argument that it should, yes, have been more of a squash and that Chelsea should have, like, bumped around. Oh, shot there by Charlie Dempsey. I thought it was a good contest, though. The problem is, if you want to show off what Giulia can do, if it's a squash, you're not really going to be able to do that. That's the only thing I'm thinking. If you want to show, like, Giulia like, you know, going through her arsenal and coming back and all of that stuff. Like, it's got to have a bit of something to it. Oh, lovely work by Javon. Flies in the air. Charlie goes down. Javon looking for the pin. 2, and Miles puts Charlie's foot on the rope. Referee saw it, though. I will throw you out. Oh, man. He sort of scraped the referee as he jumped over there. I'm pretty sure the referee will have just felt Cedric Alexander's balls kind of grazing the back of his head as Cedric jumped over the top, because he really, like, scraped. Do you know what I mean? He didn't, like, clear him. He sort of scraped over him. I have no idea how the referee is feeling right now. Oh, wow! Great work there by Javon. Comes crashing down on Charlie. Wow! Mad spot, mate. Mad spot. Oh, is that Tavian? Oh, Tavian. Tavian's back. Tavian's back. Tavian's back. 1, 2, 3. Do you know, he did so well in Japan. I saw the footage of the Japanese crowds going like crazy for him, chanting his name. Tavian Heights. I'm looking at him different. I'm looking at him different. Yes. Listen, I love Javon. I love Javon. He's just got screwed. But if you're going to screw Javon Evans, using Tavian is the right call. I'm so excited for Tavian. I'm so excited. Look, that's lovely as well. Oh, he's kind of got that Jacob Fatu, like, he's turned up to 11, isn't he? I love you, Charlie Dempsey. I love you. I'm back. Oh, hello. Wow. Spooky bedroom. Is this Wendy's room? Doll's house. Dolls. Darkness. Pain. Suffering. Depression. Yeah. This is why I watch wrestling. You've made your beds. But did you take a look? God, I wish there was an attractive blonde woman under my bed. That's no problems. Is that meant to upset? I'd be over the moon. Jesus. I mean, all right, she was like screaming and she seemed like she was having a bad day, but... So we do have Wendy and we've got Rosemary, and they're trashing a doll's house. Well, they've only got themselves to blame. What will they play with tomorrow? Here's Oba Femi. I effing love Rosemary. What, the herb? Right. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, I thought that match was pretty decent. Pretty decent. And Tavian, that was exciting. I didn't mind that little vignette as well. Oh, God, I'm so satisfied. The first team made from people from different companies. The first team made from people from different companies. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're talking about how we've put a boomer from NXT with a boomer from TNA. Got you. Daze, I think Drew McIntyre's going to win at Bad Bloods. He could do. He could do. Did you see they stopped selling the bracelet? I wonder if they were like, nah, that is a bit moody, actually. She did make it, and now we are sort of taking it and making profit off it. Oba Femi's mystery opponent is rumoured to be Alex Hammerstone, said 6. Oh, man, if Hammerstone comes in, I know what he looks like. I've seen him. I know. I mean, I can't say I know him, but I will. He's someone I've been waiting for. Oh, my God. If it's not Hammerstone now, I'm going to be sad. Oh, I'm going to be sad. What if it's like a moose or something? Or a giraffe or some other animal? I want it to be Hammerstone. That gives new meaning to D-head, says James. I don't know what we're talking about. What we're talking about. Wendy Chu, really don't need to close up pajamas to be taken seriously. Dominic said, we're eating good tonight. The 6 Horror Kingman said, if anyone knows, James knows. AB Jobson says, I voted good. Mac B. Killing said, Hulk Hogan, the American hero. Mayor Pete said, I hope it's Moose. Well, I don't know Moose. I'm sure he's good. I've heard he's a former champion. But if I've got the choice, I'm taking Hammerstone. Or Ash by Elegance. Cedric Ball. Oh, you're talking about that. Got ya. Got ya. He scraped them all on the back of his head. Moose swore that he would be loyal to TNA, so it won't be Moose. Well, this is not going against TNA, is it? They've got a partnership. TNA are fully supportive of this, so it'd be all right if he rocked up. This would not be seen as a betrayal. It's kind of wild how everyone talks about Ospreay just endlessly having 5-star matches, which is valid, but it's easy to struggle. Tone Carney. It's wild how easy to struggle. Tony can't remember any of them. Oh, it's to struggle to remember any of them. Well, it is for me because I haven't seen them. But I know there was a lot about his MJF one. That's the one that I saw people like going on on. Okay, we're backstage with Ethan Page and Sarah Schreiber. Take a good hard look at the NXT champion. All right. All right. I've already figured out the bruiserweight, says Ethan. He had the whoop that era. It's I like that Bill Goldberg. Oh yeah, that was great. So she said, who are you rooting for? He said, I'm rooting for myself. Right, let's end this poll. What's happening? Shawn Michaels said, well, okay, see you in Chicago. Well, there we go. Yeah. Booker likes it. Yeah. Hey, this has got to be something good, innit? Because we're starting the next hour with it. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who are you? Who are you? Who's it gonna be? Hammerstone. 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 Killer Kelly. Killer Kelly. Trying to think of what else I know. Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball Mike Bailey. Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch. Michael thinks it's Hammerstone, but Hulk Hogan is the greatest. Said if it's Omos, I'm changing the channel. I'm changing the channel. I don't know Hammerstone's music, so if it is him, I ain't gonna know him until he comes walking out. I don't know any of their music. Curryman. Curryman. I love that. It's my favourite Elton John song. Here we go then. Oba Femi is in the ring and we're waiting to find out who the mystery opponent is going to be. And we have got H and S on... Oh, it is! Oh, it's Hammerstone! Oh, yes! Oh, I've been waiting to see this dude since this partnership was announced. Wow, oh, they're excited. I'm excited. Hammerstone is the mystery opponent. He's jacked, isn't he, man? Look at him. He is jacked. I saw clips of him from, like, MLW. And there was a buzz around him and Jacob Fatu. So those were the two that I used to kind of check out in MLW. And both of them you knew would go on to, like, bigger things. And obviously Jacob's gone to WWE. Hammerstone has gone to TNA. I don't know how he's doing over there, but nice reaction for him. He's a big guy as well. So him locking up with Oba Femi. Oh, look at him pushing Oba Femi back. Yeah, let's go. Hammerstone. He is going to provide a real test here for Oba Femi. Against the ropes goes Oba Femi. Duck underneath there by Hammerstone. Looking for a hip toss. Knee to the midsection by Oba Femi. Scoops up Hammerstone. He's got him up. Oh, into the corner goes Oba. Whoa! Hip toss by Hammerstone. I like his ring gear as well. I like the white with the kind of like lightning bolt in red. Looks good. Big boot. I'm guessing is it an S maybe? Yeah, when the H and S came up, it did not click. It was Hammerstone, you know. In my mind, I was like, HS. Hikaru Shida? I was thinking it was like two different words. I thought they were initials. Because Hammerstone's one word. So it should just be H, really. We've got Triple H. He could be single H. Single H! Oh, God. Time to play the video game. Single H. Big stomp coming down. He could come down with like a pickaxe rather than a sledgehammer. He could spit out Prime instead of water. He could get with Linda. Triple H is with Steph. Single H could get with Linda. Oba back in control. Oba looking to charge over. Collides. Ah, Single H is struggling. Single H is down. Oba has slowed this down. Oba's definitely going to win this. But, yeah, definitely a matchup that's exciting. Good. Oba getting up to his feet. Now we need a Hikaru Shida against Oba Femi, said Brony. Crowds aren't massively into it. I don't know that he's that big of a name. He's certainly not over like Joe Hendry is. Hammerstone getting back up to his feet. Look at his physique, though. Oh, he's got Oba on his shoulders. He's got a bit of like Scott Steiner about him. Boom! Going for the pin here, Oba Femi, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. It writes itself. Hammerstone comes out with a hammer. Yeah, about a little one. He can't come out with the sledgehammer. Because that's Triple H's thing, isn't it? He can come out with a little one. You're the one you used to bang little nails in. That's fine. Oba's next challenger will be revealed after the match. It'll be lackluster, said 6. Over in the corner goes Hammerstone, and Oba goes shoulder first into the ring posts. So Oba Femi is struggling a little bit now. Hammerstone back up on his feet. Hikaru Shida against Giulia would be good, said Mac B. Killim. Daze, how are you like 5 or so minutes behind? Because I'm in England and we are behind America by about 20 years. Belly to belly, boom. You could come out with a stone hammer like thought. Oh yeah, that's like a giant mallet in my mind. Do they still call those like hammers, do they? I wonder what the difference is between a hammer and a mallet. Oh! Choke slam by Hammerstone. Oh, shoulder up. Could we see Gunther, Sammy next week for the title? No, they would have announced it. Is that not at Bad Blood? Oh. Hammerstone back upon his feet. He goes, swings away. Oba picks him up. Oh, slams him down. Oba is going to look to put Hammerstone away. Hammerstone's gone toe-to-toe with Oba. 1, 2, powerbomb, 3. Oba gets it. Oba gets it. Meat. 2 big meaty boys. And Riz does not look impressed. Tony is not impressed. He obviously paid good money for Hammerstone to get the job done. How is Stevie and Robert Stone? Honk honk. What's honk honk about? We've got Hank and Tank and we've got honk honk. Here's Juke. I need you to sit up, Andre Chase. Duke Hudson against Rich Holland. That coming up next. Trick Williams, Pete Dunne, our main event. Oh, this is good. They've just tweeted you something. Punk is cooking up something. What's Punk cooking? Punk in the kitchen, is he? Punk in the kitchen. Giulia just picked up the win in her debut. Impressive debut. Ava, I've got an idea. I'm going to call and run it by you. Everyone's going to want that to be AJ Lee, aren't they? I want it to be AJ Lee. You want it to be AJ Lee. I want it to be AJ Lee. It ain't going to be AJ Lee. It'll be like Indy Hartwell or something. What's this Asuka thing?
Ruka. Bueno. Piñu. Bueno. Piñu.
brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, look.
Ruka. Bueno.
Yay.
Oh. Bueno.
Yay.
Continue.
Oh.
Bueno.
Yay. Let's go, man. That makes it. That's funny. Fun. That's definitely fun. I'm counting that as fun. Axiom would like to offer their services to the tribal chief, the original one. Oh, that's fun. Oh, it's all happening. NXT. Tank genuinely has got charisma, but Hank is trying too hard, says Big Time. It was good, said Wrestling Fan. Hello, Wrestling Man. Days, I've sent you the Kathy Kelly pictures in a DM. Oh, you shouldn't have, but you said they weren't PG, so I don't feel like I should really receive them. Like, so thanks, buds. I'm not gonna bother looking though at them, but like, I'll have a look. Oh God, here they are. Oh jeez, what? Oh my God. Oh. Oh jeez. Wow. That's uncomfortable, isn't it? Oh, it is actually. I'm all tangled. Where am I going? What's going on? Wow, Jesus. That's... Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm deleting them right now. Save. Lovely. Right, we're at commercial break. Someone is getting manhandled by the admins tonight. Okay, let's get the results of that last match. We have had just over 100 votes. So, here we go. 69, 19, 5, and 4. That is good. 95%. Max said, congratulations on Giulia winning her debut match. Never heard of it, says Brony. What if Punk means Cora Jade? Oh, he could mean Cora Jade. He could mean Cora Jade. Amin said, who banned Shockwave? Is Shockwave banned? Banned. Oh, hello, what's going on? We've got Ren. I'm not holding an open challenge tonight, says Kalani. Jada looking for Fatal Influence. They've already been in. Baby, right now I'm not looking for help. I'll deal with you later. Well, a bit of drama in the women's division. A bit of drama in the women's division, which is very rare, to be honest. Days, now that you've been on NXT, we should petition Triple H for you to replace Booker. Oh, yeah! Shucky ducky quack quack. I can do all that. Nicole said, guys, what if Punk attacks and injures Giulia and challenges Roxanne for the women's... What, himself? Here's Ridge. Ridge Holland making his way down. Ridge versus Juke. Speak your mind, Booker. Tell me how I was wrong. I'm not going to do that, says Booker. So Ridge is in the ring. Do you... So Booker was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna rub it in your face. And he's like, is that what you want? You want an apology? How you was right about Ridge? He's like, no, I don't want that. I'm not gonna do that. Do you want to apologize? Do you want to apologize? Do you want me to apologize? Well, I'm just saying, I think you should. They are pretty fun together. Right, we got Juke and we got Ridge and we are underway. Michael said, did they already do the North American title? They did. They did, Michael. We've got Thea on the outside, and we have got Riley on the outsides. Juke versus Ridge. Tatum said, I've sent you some hearts. You're welcome. Thank you, Tatum. Is it these ones here in the thing? I don't think this does anything, to be honest. They're just for show. I think they're just like for lols. Don't really get them. I don't know. Is it just a way of showing reaction without having to type a message? Don't really understand what it's there for. 100. I'm not even lying. There we go. Look, 100. It's pretty fun though, isn't it? Actually, now I'm doing it. It's quite addictive. And hang on, I was laughing. I need to put the laughing ones. 100%. I was laughing. I love this community. No, actually, I've changed my mind. It's good. I've changed my mind. It's good. Juke's on the outside. He goes, oh, what's he doing? He goes up over the top, round the back, into a German. Boom. Daniel said, I'm right behind you. Run. Dudes. I ain't running. I ain't got the energy. I'm a boomer. I can't run. I could see Xavier turning on Kofi, says Michael. Persephone personified, said Daze. Where are you taking Giulia on your honeymoon? Oh, really? Are we that far? I didn't realise. Well, she's only just got to America, so take her to Weatherspoons. Take her back to Japan. I'll take her back to Japan. She'll like that. I've heard she likes Japan. Although she was born in the UK, perhaps she'd love to come here. Lovely. Well, she's going to need to if we are getting married. I don't want to leave the UK, so I hope she likes Telford. Elbow drop by Ridge. Juke is down. Thea is on the outside of the ring. Coming up next, the Open Challenge. Belly to belly. Boom. Lovely work. Good work there by Ridge. Ridge has got Juke in the corner. Kick to the midsection. Is it me or was Giulia wearing a bracelet with Daze on it? Said, oh my God, I'll have to go back and have a look. I would not be shocked by that. Because I have sent her 5,000 in the past month. Because I wasn't sure when she was going to debut, so I just kept making them and sending them. I just put Giulia Japan on the envelope. Back elbow. Oh, roll up there by Juke. 2. Kick out there by Ridge. Oh, swing and a miss. Oh, kick to the midsection. Looking for a power bomb. Oh, no joy. Ah. Oh, back elbow. Ah, big shot. Against ropes. Oh, that was a bit sloppy. Crossbody into Juke. Juke goes against the ropes. Picks up Juke. He's got him in the air. Oh, lovely. Planted him, mate. Ridge in control. Ridge looking good at the moment. Middle of the ring. Looking for a DDT. Gets it. And this might put Juke away. And it does. So it is a victory. It is a win for Ridge Holland. Right, he's carrying on. Stop it, Thea. Get in there. You've got the ability to get in there and get between them. Stop it. Stop it. He chucks Juke to the outside. Thea comes out. Lie on him, Thea. Do something, Thea. Do something. Ridge has got Juke into the barricades. And the barricade breaks. Stop it. No, she's screaming no. Oh, she's useless. Oh, man. He's going to do what Roman did. He's using a piece of the barricades. Oh, this is sick. Oh, chucks it across the back of Duke Hudson. And Thea, all she can do is play the damsel in distress. Stop it. Get in between them, Thea. Lie on the barricade, Thea. Do something, Thea. Oh, my God. He's getting killed in front of your eyes. Oh, my God. She's basically an accomplice at this point. She's basically an accomplice. She's screaming at Ridge. And a stretcher has arrived. Oh, Giulia. And Jordynne. Oh, my God. Look at all these worlds colliding. Ah! What if Giulia becomes the new TNA women's? I think TNA fans would be all right with that, you know. I think they'd be all right. Right. Are you going to do a trip to Japan? No. Match score. Daze, what is Nando's? What's the menu? Is it good? Please respond. I think Nando's is overrated. I think that Nando's has got this reputation because Nando's kind of falls in a bit of a spot that's not that well occupied. So if you don't want to go for like a big meal, like a big fancy night out restaurant, proper nice meal, but you don't want fast foods, you want that kind of middle range of like, should we grab a bite to eat? But you don't want fast food. You don't want to, you know, that kind of middle range. That's what Nando's is king at. You know, it's a good place to get chicken. So you can get chicken breast and you can have, so it's like grilled, it's cooked. And then they put like, you can put whatever sauce you want. So you can have like an extra hot sauce. You can have just a hot sauce. You can have lemon and herb if you don't want any kind of spice on it whatsoever. And then you can get like, you know, nice sweet potato mash. And they do wraps. And it's all chicken-based stuff. But I feel like its reputation is a lot bigger than it probably warrants. Like, I reckon if you went, you'd be like, yeah, that was good. That was nice. I enjoyed that. But I don't think it's like, I wouldn't come to the UK for it. You know? It's the whole cheeky Nando's thing is like, I think you say that because it's cheeky, because you want something more than fast food, but you don't want to go for a big meal. So you want that little thing in the middle. Listen, should we just go for a cheeky Nando's instead? Rather than going McDonald's or rather than going for that big, you know, steakhouse, should we just have, how about cheeky Nando's? Do cheeky Nando's, yeah. So it's got, they've managed to get that to be a thing where people say cheeky Nando's. Want a cheeky Nando's? Just a bit cheeky one. Little cheeky one. And that has kind of really added to its aura. But it's just a place where you can get like chicken thighs, chicken breast and all that stuff, and it's just cooked well. And you can put some hot sauce on it and it's fine. I mean, that's it really. It's not like the most mind-blowing place I've ever been. Well, I could go to Nando's a lot, and I don't really. It's fine. All right. That's how I feel about it. There's way better places in Florida. Some of the places in Florida are bonkers. Some of the burgers that come out that are like flipping... Do you know what I mean? There was a place I went to that was called Dickie's. I went to Dickie's. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was all like burgers and like, you know, beers and hot dogs and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm joking. It was exactly what I was expecting. But that was quite good. I enjoyed myself at Dickie's. Let me tell you. Albion Beat said overrated. James said ignore me then. Nasty words. Bad words. Wrestling Andy said Daze, the garlic bread from Nando's is underrated. I don't know that I've had it, to be honest. Here's Peter. Nando's sounds like a ghetto corner store here in America, said Hulk Hogan is the greatest. Look at... Oof. This is the face of a man that's been figuring it out. Look at that on it. Look at his eye. Oh dear. When they pull you out of here on a stretcher. No matter how hard you tried, you just couldn't figure it out. I'm the bruiserweight. I'm NXT's last man standing. Oh, Miss TV. Oh, that'll pack the people in. Miss TV is going to be on October 1st in Chicago. Yeah. Well, that's good. Another main roster star. That could be a good segment. Wrestling fan said Miss TV on CW premiere. Spartan said Miss TV. William said Daze goes to a place called Dickie's. He is looking for one thing and one thing only. Primo said Dickie's barbecue in GA has got barbecue pork, mac and cheese, and that's amazing. Joe Hendry will crash Miss TV, said Hulk Hogan is the greatest. Kim's Trains said, what about Tiffy Time? Or the woman that was with Robert Stone? She's very pretty. Stevie Turner. Mabes. Mabes. Mabes, babes. So we're seeing the bloodline from earlier. K-Dub said Nando's has got killer chicken. James said, so you listen to William, who just said the same thing that I said. Yeah, I'm going to do that from now on. I'm going to wait for you to say it, and then I'm going to have William repeat it, and then I'll read William's. Dave said, Ava has sent you a tweet. Sent me one! Jesus. Rascals. What's happening? Here's Wes. Here's Wes. What's Wes going to say? Zach. It started with you and I, and it's going to end with you and I. Street fight. Wes against Zach in a street fight. Ooh, here's Jordan. Here's Jordan. What's Ava saying? I can never find Ava, you know. I can never find her. I'm not blocked. Because I found her the other day and I was fine, but I can never find her. TNA, TNA, TNA. Oh, here we go. James tagged me. If y'all want to be on the show, you could have just told me. Oh, that's her responding to Bloodline. Gotcha. Thank you, James. By orders of the tribal chief. Right, here we go. Jordynne Grace. Now, we're expecting Wendy. Oh, no, it's not Wendy. It's Ruka. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Little bit of a swerve. Ruka making her way out. So this is the open challenge. Very good. Put the pillow in the ring on TNA. Get everyone thinking it's Wendy. Swerve. Bring out Ruka. Okay, so Jordynne is going to be defending this TNA Women's Championship against Ruka. Surely Jordynne gets this. Surely Jordynne gets this. Amin, shout out to you. Wrestling Daze fan said, I just subbed. I heard you was from Telford's, but what part of Telford's? Well, more over Market Drayton Way, to be honest. Which is like a little, I don't know what it is. Is it a town or a village? So it's just outside of Telford. But Telford is my go-to place when it comes to like going to shops or getting something to eat or something like that. Oh. Nice little roll there. What's Dickie's? It's a place that does burgers and everything. Burgers, hot dogs. It is like a Dickie's garage. I think it's a chain. Yeah, I think it's a chain. Over the top goes Ruka. Oh, shoulder tackle there by Jordynne. Oh, mates. She's just a wrecking machine, isn't she? She's just an absolute wrecking machine. Jordynne runs over, collides into Ruka. Boom. Picks her up. Ah, spine buster. 1, 2. 2. Been to Telford Town Centre? Yeah, I go all the time. My opticians is in Telford. Looking to try and pick up Soul. Like a pump handle, but no joy. It's Jordynne that goes into the corner. Is there equivalent to Nando's in the US? I'm sure there. Do you have chicken places? So that would be it. Just like a sit-down place that does like specializes in chicken. That would be it. I don't know what that would be. Over the top. Lands on top of Jordynne. I've got to think there is. I've never seen so many places to eat in Florida in my life. I mean, it's just you. There must be an actual number. They must know how many they've got eating places. It's incredible. Well, I don't need to tell you that. I feel like there's a restaurant for every person. So there must be a chicken place. Isn't it just KFC? Nah, not really. Not really. That's more fast food, innit? I mean, you have that in a bucket. This is proper on a plate, sit down. I think you can take it out, but it's not really what you do. Although saying that, people probably do get delivery now, don't they? With like Deliveroo and everything. I wouldn't be shocked to find out that people have Nando's delivered. Yeah, I could understand that. I've never done that though. It's a proper restaurant, isn't it? Lots of seats, places to sit down. Thanks, Daze. Can we talk about fish fingers and chicken strips? go for it. Tully's a good spot, said AB. What's your opinion on Five Guys, said Upper. I've never been. We do have it. I've never been to it. I think I would love it. Because, I mean, everything I've been told is the burgers are amazing. And, I mean, it just all looks... It's expensive. But it looks like it's... I mean, you're going to pay for what you get, you know? So I think I'd love it. I want to go. But I've never gone. What's your favourite dessert, says Brony. Don't know. Do you like a bit of cheesecake? Tell you what I'm loving at the moment. There is a new Ben & Jerry's. It might not be new, but I've never seen it before. Banoffee flavour, which is banana flavoured ice cream with like toffee and bits of chocolate in there. That's like Banoffee Ben & Jerry. I like it. I like it a lot. James said, I hate spicy foods. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm someone that likes kind of... I don't like stay away, but... I mean, if someone said, do you want to go and get an Italian or an Indian? Most of the time, I'd be like, Italian. I always find after like an Indian, I'm uncomfortable. I'm just like, oh... Just a bit like, just uncomfortable. So... It's, yeah, I'd go Italian over like Indian. That's apparently not frowned on by the rest of the world, which was kind of fun to find out. Apparently you're not meant to say that, according to the world. Going for a Chinese, going for an Indian, going for... But that's what we say. Do you want an Italian? Do you want Italian tonight, or do you want Indian, or do you want Chinese? Do you want Chinese? I had Chinese the other day. Suppose we could have Indian. Indian would be like curries. Chinese would be obviously like stir fry and, you know, what else would Chinese be? We don't have Chinese that much. What else would that be? Chop suey. That's the words I was trying to think of. But yeah, it was funny because I saw this video where people are like, do you know, in England they say going for a Chinese, like that's so racist. It's like, no, it's not. It's fine. It's a way of like, it's where the food originated from. So we say, do you want to go for, you know, like, do you want to? Should we have American tonight? Which would be like, I don't know, going for burgers or something. We don't say that though. Shoulder tackle, down went Jordynne. Oof, crossbody, and again Jordynne goes down. Texas Roadhouse is delicious, says Mitchell. Oh, up over the top to the outside. Kick coming in there by Soul. So we're still underway with this one. Have you got Panda Express? Yes. Yes, I believe we do. I've not been. Go right. Oh, into a DDT there by Soul Ruka. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. I went to China once, said I was going to eat a Chinese, and they called the police, said Opala. Well, we've had sketch shows that have made fun of that. Like, in China, do they go for an English? Should we go for an English? Which, God only knows what you'd be served. Gravy? Spotted dick? But, oh, nasty! Back fist there by Jordynne. It's taking a bit of work here to put Soul Ruka away, isn't it, Jordynne? Boom! Big splash. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out by Soul. Soul kicking out. Oh, yeah. Jordynne looking to pump handle slam. Oh, no, roll through. Jordynne's pinned. 2. Oof. That was real close. Sol going over to the corner. She's climbing up. Jordynne's against the ropes. Jordynne knocks into the ropes. Sol goes down. Ah, spinning back fist again. She's going to look for a muscle buster, is she? Yeah, muscle buster. Oh. What do they call it? Oh, lights out! Lights out! What does that mean? What? Oh, Wendy Chu. Wendy attacked the other day, didn't she? So I've got to think this is going to be... Oh, what's happening? It's Rosemary. Get out. Oh, from behind is Wendy. Oh, so it's going to be a DQ. But Wendy is choking out Jordynne. Wow. I do like the eye mask that says nope. Nope. Well, there we go. Jordynne has been choked out. We're seeing Tatum and Lyra. Do you think Lyra is now seriously reconsidering? Here's Becky. I know you like Becky. Oh, Becky, a Becky mention. I'm mad at Shayna right now. You've got so many coping mechanisms. So we've got Tatum and we've got Lyra. Oh, she's getting so worked up. That head nearly came off. Oh, it did. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. She'll never get a refund on that now. Just putting it back on. Oh, God. Can it be repaired? Give it Lyra. She'll fix it. Nothing stops us when we're on the same team. Yeah, see, I knew she'd fix it for her. She's a good friend. Oh, hello, Giulia. Let's go. Nice. Are they going to put Funaki with her, like, long term? Here's Roxanne. I'm surprised there's no red carpet. Look, Giulia. I don't care what you did in Japan. You're not going to come in and take over my division. Giulia tells Funaki, nah. I understand. You're scared. And you should be. I understand, Roxanne, you're scared, and you should be. God, these segments are so good. This is a really good NXT, in it. Really good. Brooks Jensen and Dion Lennox. Funaki, SmackDown's #1 announcer, said James. Her English is better than most. Yes. What do you believe? I'll let you make decisions for yourself, says Sean. Okay, we've got Eddie, and he's got a load of women. Here's Ashanti. No one played you, said Eddie. I see right through you. Well, he's doing well for himself, isn't he, Eddie? He's doing very well for himself. Tyrese Halliburton said, I need to pull up. What do we think about next week? Sean said we would love to have you, but just be careful in the parking lot. Yeah, it is infamous, that car park. Be careful of the parking lot. Very good, isn't it? Next week we've got Lola Vice taking on JC Jane. Lola Vice, JC Jane. Let's go. Also, next week, we have got Lyra and Tatum taking on Wendy and Rosemary. Let's go. Let's go. And then we've got Ethan Page. He will be doing a contract signing. But will he be facing Trick or Pete? We're about to find out. Main event coming up. Main event coming up. It's got to be Trick, innit? It's got to be, man. I mean, it is NXT. We could do heel against heel, but it's got to be Trick. But does he win? Alkaline said, whoop that Trick. Brony said they should put the title back on Trick. Time for overrated. I can't referee and had no business doing it. Whoop that Trick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he was the referee. I think we've just tried to get him on the show, to be honest. James said NXT is cooking tonight. Right, Pete Dunne making his way down. Carmen Live 2 said Daze on September 28th. Buff Bagwell will be at Crown Point, Indiana at Bulldog Park for ARW Pro Bulldog Brawl as a special guest. Dude, you get all the big names there. All the big names. Lisa said, Daze, I've got to give it to Mr. T Travels. It takes a lot of perseverance, endurance, and wokefulness to stream AEW. Anyone else would tap out at the 5-minute mark. Do you know what? He made a really good point. I said, did you stream like AEW? Well, he was like, yes, I did. And I was like, really? I heard you hadn't streamed all of it. It's like, well, I didn't do the pay part. But I did the main part that they put on YouTube, and I was like, that is such a good way of looking at it. He streamed the most important bit, really, the bit that's available to everybody, the bit that everyone can join in with. And then as soon as they went behind the paywall, it was like, no. If it's not going to be accessible to everybody, if we're going to become like the elite, if it's going to be that, you know, you've got to join like a secret society, I'm not going to touch it. And I thought that was a really good way of looking at it. So respect to Tommy Toy Travels. Daze, you know the little snowman, it's chicken to... What? You know the little snowman, 2 chicken legs, 3 eyes, 4 chocolate eggs, 5 rings, which says hi. Wrestling Daze fan, I've got no idea what you're on about. What are you on about? The little snowman, 2 chicken legs, 3 eyes, 4 chocolate eggs, 5 rings. I don't think you're representing Telford very well, because people are going to wonder what the people of Telford are like if you're putting messages like that. They're going to think that we're all crazy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Trick. Come on, Trick. Oh, I like both of these, actually. Oh, God. I can't win, but I also can't lose. The boy from Birmingham is taking on Trick Willie. Duck underneath there by Trick. Lovely shot. Oh, great shot. Great shot by Trick. Comes down hard. He's pumped, man. He's pumped. He's got that energy. He's excited tonight. He goes up over the top to the outsides. SmackDown premiere this Friday. Pete Dunne comes crashing down. Trick. Look how they've put that barricade back. They've put it back in like the most sloppiest way possible. That'll do. Into the ring steps. Goes Trick. Trick goes down. Jojo. Right back at you, my friends. Oh, Chop coming in. Kieran, shout out to you. Spartan said Telford seems to have loads of crazy people. See what you've done, Wrestling Daze fan. You've given us a reputation. Look at the kids. Look at the... Those are my people, those are. I'd be with them, guys. I'd be like, yeah, come on, lads. Yeah. Whoop that Jew. Yeah. Looking to do a pile driver on the edge of the ring. Oh, I would love to be in the front row of NXT drunk. Oh. Oh. I'd be just joining in with everything. I'd be believing and all that as well, you know. If I was drunk, I'd be turning round, doing all that with the Joe Hendry stuff and waving my arms in the air. I won't give a flip. Whoop that chick. Whoop that chick. Bruiser. Wait. This side would be supporting Pete. This side would be supporting Trick. Bruiser. Wait. Bruiser. Wait. Let's go, Trick. Let's go. I'd have a great time. I mean, no one around me would. Kieran, shout out to you. Kieran said, tonight has been epic. I love Trick's theme tune. Yes. Yes, Queen. Kieran, shout out to you. Where's Wrestling Daze fan anyway? I mean, we are fish. We are what? Explain yourself, Wrestling Daze fan. Explain yourself. Someone's got to teach Sean that C-Dub will be cutting the feed before 10. So we got to get used to life without overruns. Daze needs a sedative. Need one of them tranquilizer darts. Or perhaps Hangman could put a syringe in my mouth to settle me down, you know? Perhaps if you get too animated, then Hangman comes out and he's like... Ribby. Sup, Daze. Sup, Ribby. And hello, everyone in the chat. Paul said, yes, we have Pizza Hut in the UK. Wrestling Daze fan, here we go. Why do 8 cows have 2 legs and 6 cows have 1 eye to see when he farts in a bag with chicken soup bars? Them's my people. Them's my people. Do you see why I don't go out? Do you see why I'm always here? There's just people like that are just wandering round. It's why I've got the doors locked. EST said, I do not care for Alicia Taylor at all. Really? What, you don't like her as a person? Or her announcing? Be pretty wild if you didn't like her as a person. Days this Saturday, I might be at the American Legion Post 100 in Lake Station in for ARW. Well, you better be. I've already told them you're going. Is Coach Co in disguise? Oh my god, what if it is Coach Co in disguise? Some Telford people are really, well, let's say struggling. I heard she sacrifices animals. Oh, Alicia Taylor. Is she from Telford? Kip up there by Trick. Paul said, imagine if NXT was this good every week. It could be. It could be. I mean, there are things like, you know, mystery people coming in and Bloodline. Like, that's maybe a bit too much to ask, but we've had some really good matches tonight. I'd say it started off hot and then it has sort of just dipped down. I mean, the first two matches were great and then it did go into goods. But, I don't know. They've got all week to cook up a great show. I think it could have better consistency than what we've seen throughout 2024. Oh, shot to the midsection by Pete. Alicia Taylor's 49, but she looks 28. She's 49, is she? Lisa said, would you see AEW's potential new show on Fox going against WWE on a Monday? That would make for a massive game differential. Well, I don't know. I mean, don't Fox do like Monday Night Football or something? How would they go on a Monday? I mean, he said that he's going to send a shockwave through the wrestling business, so, you know, it's going to have to be something big in it. If they just go to Fox, it'll be big. If it's a Monday, it'll be flipping nuclear. I mean, if they do put Shockwave on a Monday to go head-to-head with WWE Raw at the exact same time slot, do we think that'll be the end of the tribalism? Do we think that's what will end this tribalistic world that we live in? Or do you think it will get worse? Chair in the corner. Alicia Taylor's 44. That's fake news. She's 44. Kim Strain said, I went to Telford once and I left after 5 minutes. Some weird beard bloke in a beanie walked around the train station asking people if they would sub to his live stream. It spooked me out a little bit. How do you think we got so many subs? It was not by the content. It was through random threats and intimidation tactics. Trick goes face first into the ring steps. Rivy said, tribalism is real. That's for sure. I started watching in like 2018, said Jordan. But I've just got to say, it's incredible to see the growth you've had from a channel. Also, you look only 21. Well, you know the reason why, Jordan. If you've been supporting the channel for that long, you don't need me to tell you why that's the case. So I really appreciate the support, dude. That's a long time. Oh, the exposed concrete. We've got Pete Dunne. He's got Trick. And he goes down. Trick standing over him. What's Trick gonna do? He's picking up Pete. Pete puts in some shots. Oh, those strikes didn't look great from that angle. Oh, Trick gets planted on the concrete. Oh, that had a horrible thud to it, you know. There's like marks on the floor as well. Is that like Pete Dunne's fake tan? Trick manages to get back up to his feet though. This is last man standing. Oh, that was pretty moody. People I don't think could quite see it though. There's a sign in the crowd that says, whoop that butch. Whoop that butch. Pete Dunne goes over. Big boot by Pete Dunne. Trick goes down. Trick goes down. Stomps coming in there by Pete. Trick still down. Referee is counting. It's Pete Dunne that's in control at the moment. Referee counting. Is he going to get back up? Brony says I'm 11. Brandon said I'm 34. AB Jobson says I'm 19. Dominic's 25. I can't believe how many boomers there are. I thought you were all way younger and cooler than that. Oh, lovely shot. Great shot there by Trick. Lovely right hand. Goes into the corner. Pete behind. Bitter end. Bitter end. Gets it. Bitter end tells the ref to count. 1, 2. Look at that by Trick. Just had a convulsion. just convulsed. 6, 7, 8, 9. Trick gets back to his feet. Goes down to one knee. He's struggling. Pete with his black eye going over, grabbing a chair. Chair. Oh, Trick moves out the way. Duck underneath there by Trick. Ah, mate! Boot! Big boot to the chair. The chair goes crashing back into Pete's face. Whoa, that's a headshot with a chair. Look at the chair. Oh my God. Headshot with the chair, but Pete gets back up. Knee strike as well by Trick. Ah! Ah! He's trying to take his head off, man. Ah! He's down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Pete gets up. Pete gets up. Pete gets up, but he slumps back down again. Trick is right back now. Trick on the outside, stripping the commentary table. Oh, hello. He's put that the top of the commentary table up against the barricade, but it's Pete Dunne that gets outside. He grabs Trick. He's going to drive him through it. Here we go. Oh, and he does. And he does. Ref counting away. Holy shiz. Holy shiz. If I was there, I'd be like, guys, please, can we say shiz? There are children watching. Holy shiz. Holy shiz. Holy shiz. Trick beats the count. Pete grabs Trick, hurls him over into the barricades. He's got Trick up on the barricade. Oh my God, look, he's on top of a girl! He's on top of a girl! Oh my God! She's having the best NXT experience ever! Oh my God! Trick Willie, she was like, oh, she had Trick Willie all over her! She had Trick Willie all over her! Oh, now we're on the platform! Oh my God! Oh my God! Fans getting covered in Trick Willie as Trick Willie is about to get suplexed off this platform. Oh, big right hands. Big ran again. Pete Dunne teetering on the edge of the platform. Yeah, man. People on their feet. People on their feet. They're both going off. Ah! That was a rubbish move by Pete Dunne. If that was something he was hoping was going to give him the advantage, because they both go through the table, off the platform. Couldn't you have, pushed him or done something? Did you have to sacrifice yourself, Pete? I mean, from a strategy point of view, I don't think it was the greatest idea, but right now Trick is the first one trying to get back up after they both go through the table. It's bonkers! Scenes! NXT! NXT! Ethan Page has come out, is urging Pete to get up to his feet. What are we up to? 6, 7... Is Ethan going to nail? He's gone over. Oh, big back body drop. Ethan goes through the commentary table. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Boris Johnson rings the bell. Yay! Check, 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 check. Ba, 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 ba. Check. Well, that check. Well, that check. That was fun, man. That was fun. That was fun. This was a great episode with a real fun ending. Up that ching. Up that ching. Yeah. Oh, hello. That was a great match. Robert Stone was impressed. CM Punk next week? Oh my God. There we go. CM Punk live next Tuesday. I can't. I just can't. Ethan Page, Trick Williams. This has to be in the conversation for best NXT of the year, you know. It's got to be in the conversation for best NXT of the year. Right, get in your scores for that that main event match. Boom, ching. Oh God, so good. That was sick, said Charles. Charles enjoyed it. That's it. Get in your votes. Get in your votes. That's my favourite show right there, says Mitchell. So good. So good. Get your votes in, and we need to be quick because I don't think we did the poll for Jordynne and Sol Ruka by the looks of it. That has passed me by. So we need to do this for Trick. This is Trick against Pete Dunne. Vote, 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 vote. Daze, this episode of NXT has got to be in the prestigious 8 Club. Yes. Yes. Daze, don't lose your voice. Totally slayed it tonight. Rivy, shout out to you. Do you know, it's so easy to be pumped and have fun when the show is this good. I mean, it's just the easiest thing in the world. Like, it's so hard when the show is stodgy, shall we say. That's probably the best word. Stodgy. It's like, sometimes it's like walking through treacle sometimes. Not just NXT, any of the shows that we watch, but really, you know, apart from maybe a couple of little moments at points, but not many in the matches. I mean, look, Javon Charlie got good 98, was good 99. So, you know, there's clearly reasons as to why they didn't get into the great range. So we can't make this out to be the greatest thing in the world, the greatest show that's ever happened. But was it, like, really good? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was really good. And I think it does get into that 8 range. I mean, I wouldn't be going bonkers. I'm thinking 8, 8, 2, 5. But I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. Trick against Pete. Let's end this poll. We're going to end this poll. 64, 21, 10, and 3. So that gets great 85. And let's do it. Right, this next one is one. Ray documentary on USA said EST. EST, shout out to you. And that debate thing's been happening as well, hasn't it? So I'd imagine that's taken people's attention. I'd imagine most people are probably watching Trump and Kamala. Has anyone watched it? Is it worth watching? I will watch the highlights. Okay, match score. This one is Jordynne versus Sol. So think back to Jordynne against Sol Ruka. How did you feel about Jordynne Sol Ruka? Right, I watched the highlights on IG. It was an amazing show, said Kim's Trains. Kareem said, not every show can be great, but it was B+. Daze, I might be at the Concord Music Hall. You get around, Cameron, don't you, mate? I've never known someone get around as much as you. You are a get-arounder. Don't you just sometimes want a nice day in, buds? Hey? Don't you just fancy like a bloomin' good day in? Just always out and about, aren't you, mate? 816, dope, said Rivy. Dave said 9. Lisa said AEW's Tony Khan may be a businessman, but he is not a wrestling businessman. Therefore, putting the new show against Mondays would destroy his business. Angel said, Days, shout out from Philadelphia. Hello, Philadelphia. Did you enjoy NXT? Yes. Is it Angel? Sorio? Shout out to you. I did. I very much did. I really am not just saying it. I really think this is one of the best episodes I've seen this year. I can't say it's the best, but Giulia's debut delivered, main event delivered. Really enjoyed the tag match. We had the Bloodline. There was loads just happening all throughout. We had Hammerstone. And people know, I've said, I don't know much about the TNA talent, but I really love seeing Jordynne Grace, and she was on this show. Hammerstone is someone that I've wanted to see from the start. Speedball Mike Bailey is someone else that I really want to watch. So there are people in TNA that I want to see. So getting Hammerstone on NXT was a real treat tonight. I think that the NXT show can be good every week, and it should be. I want to live in a world where it can be that good every week, but we did do a lot of stuff here that we can't do every week. You can only have Hammerstone coming out for the first time once. You can only have Giulia having her debut match once, but it was so good. It was so good. So I don't know, perhaps it is a bit of an exception, but I want to believe we can do good shows like that every week. Wrestling Daze fan said, can you read my last comment? It's very educational. Telford is a plant street with wonderful people like me and Daze because we friends. We actually brothers. Subscribe to Wrestling Daze. Well, actually, that did make some sense. I don't know about the plant street bit. I don't know about that bit. But I appreciate the support, my friend. Right, Hammerstone was buried. Oh, I thought... listen, considering that was Oba Femi, and Oba Femi is one of the most dominant people in NXT, I did not expect Hammerstone to go in and beat him. I thought he actually chucked Oba Femi around and manhandled him in a way that we really don't see very often. So I think we really got across that he is big, strong, and... I mean, I wouldn't say that he got buried by any means, because I mean, when's Oba lost? I don't even know if Oba's been beaten. I don't believe he has. So losing to Oba, there is no shame in that. And I think we got across how strong and big Hammerstone is. It's a difficult one because it's you've got to get the most out of defeat you can, really. Could he have got more out of that match? Maybe. Maybe we could have had it where it was really looking like he was going to beat him and the crowd were going. Maybe we could have got to that bit more. But he had his moments. He didn't just go in there and get fed to Oba Femi. I'd like to see him again, though. I'd like to see Hammerstone again. I'd like Hammerstone to get into some sort of program. That would be good. But the more people were getting, we got Rose. I mean, think of all the TNA talent we had this week. We had Rosemary. We had Hammerstone. We had Jordynne Grace. I mean, that was a good presence. That's a good TNA presence, isn't it? And obviously we've had, Rascals, and we've had Joe Hendry. So we've had, quite a few people that have come in from TNA. So they're kind of cycling through and introducing more of that TNA roster. It's good. It's good. What else can I say? It was good. We ate good, kids. We ate good. Right, I'm going to have to run away because I need to work on Unseen. Unseen will be delayed because I haven't even started it. And I want to run off and do that. I feel like there's just so many moments that I want to go back and have a look at as well. So, yeah, a lot of work to do. You can go to the second channel and you can get your vote as to what you thought about this show. I'll get that up in a bit. There's obviously no opinions for NXT because we've done them before and they really struggle to get views. It seems like there is an audience for NXT, but it's obviously quite a limited audience. I'd love to see that audience grow. I think if it can deliver shows like this on a consistent basis, I mean, next week they've already announced a pretty killer lineup. Certainly now CM Punk's going to be on the show. So hopefully we can get that ball rolling. Hopefully we can generate that excitement as we head towards the CW switch. And maybe that's the plan. Maybe we're going to eat good for the rest of September. Yeah, man. Let's go. Right. Awesome. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate the support. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.